All right, today we're going to talk about the Kentucky Wildcats quarterback room and more importantly, the quarterback competition that is underway basically as of today with the spring practice getting underway and kind of starting off and getting going. And we know a few things. We know that Joey Gatewood is back, who did not have much playing time last year behind Terry Wilson, but did have one start, so has some experience, right, when he played against Georgia and played some here and there. We know he's a big athletic guy. He can push the ball downfield, but just still lacks that experience, right? But we're going to take a deep dive, not a deep dive, but we're going to take a dive into some of his film from last year. We're going to talk about Will Levis, who is not at participating in spring practice, as he won't be joining the team till the summer, and he's got the most experience in the team. Had some good playing time last year at Penn State, but was still the backup for the majority of the time behind Sean Clifford. Again, big guy, can really throw the ball downfield, and we'll see that. In some of the clips, because we're going to take some film analysis of him as well. Again, not super deep just because there's not a ton of film, but we're going to dive into him some. Then, of course, you have Beau Allen as well. We don't have much film on him. Got minimal playing time last year, but he's someone to keep in the mix as well. Just with the new offensive coordinator coming in for Kentucky, that I feel like it's fair game, right? Like there's no quite favorite right now, right? Like everyone has a equal opportunity. Now, yes, Will Levis will miss spring practice, but I think he'll be able to come in and pick up the system. And since the system is new, everyone's still going to be learning it. So I think and there are more quarterbacks on the roster. You have more guys that will be competing. So in a situation like this, there could always be surprises. But I think right now, for the sake of this video, we're just going to be breaking down Joey Gateway film. We're going to be breaking down Will Levis's film, and then I just wanted to mention Beau Allen because he could win the starting job just as likely as any of those other two guys. We just don't have a lot of film to go off of to break down. So with all that said, let's go ahead and dive into Joey Gatewood. Then we're going to dive into Will Levis's film, and then some of this info we got was from a article from Saturday Down South, which I'll link in below, and we're also going to look at that article a little bit more because they do a good job putting a bunch of SEC content. So I want to make sure I give them their credit. But with all that said, let's go ahead and jump into the film. So here's a quick clip of Joey Gatewood against Georgia last year, and this is just showing his ability as a runner. And of course, Terry Wilson was a great runner for Kentucky the past few years. Gatewood's style is going to be a little more different here, not going to be quite as fast, or the acceleration isn't going to be as quite what it was with Terry Wilson, but he still gets upfield quick and is a big body tackle. Here's just a good example of what Joey Gatewood is going to bring at the Kentucky quarterback position. Takes a step, gets upfield, finds a good hole. Good ability there. Here's a quick clip of Joey Gatewood at Auburn a few years ago, and this is going to show that, yes, he's a big guy, and we all know that. He can get some tough yards, put his head down when he needs to because he's got a big body, but he does have some good acceleration, and I know it's not what Terry Wilson's was, but he's got plenty of speed to use when he needs it, and his legs will be a big part of what's going to help him in this quarterback competition. Let's go ahead and watch this play. We can see him take off. That's a good burst right there. That's a good burst. So nothing flashy on this play. Again, there's not a lot of passing clips from Gatewood this past year, as the playing time was pretty minimal. But this is a good example of him in the pocket. It's 3rd and 5, and him being able to convert this quick throw. We're going to take a little pigtail route from the receiver that's going to come out here, then slant back in. And Gatewood does a good job standing in the pocket, delivering a nice, easy ball. And so it's nothing fancy or nothing's going to jump off of the screen. It still is just good experience converting against a great Georgia defense, and that experience could help Gatewood in this competition. Second year at Kentucky, and just help build on this success. So we're going to watch this clip real quick here. Boom. It's a good route. Kelly's coming open. Gatewood's eyes are on him. Good in the pocket. Nice and firm base. Quick, easy throw. Good first down there. So here's a quick example of Will Levis's ability as a runner. It's 2nd and 9. He's going to end up getting the first down. While he's not going to be as explosive as Terry Wilson was, or probably even Joey Gatewood, he's still a similar runner to Joey Gatewood, and they get north and south, and Will Levis is able to play within his tools and the framework of what he's gifted talently, and we're going to see this is kind of going to be a zone defense, at least schematically from the linebackers side of things. We're going to see the middle linebacker is going to drift more towards the middle. It's going to open up this lane for Will Levis to take off, get the first down, use his big body to get a few extra yards, yards and kind of show his ability as a runner. So this is something that, of course, Kentucky is used to with their quarterbacks. And while this isn't what Levis wants to do right off the bat, he's able to take advantage of his ability to run and do this in this play. So let's go ahead and watch here. We see linebacker is going to drift, and then that's when Levis takes off, lowers his head, gets a few extra yards. Good run there. So here's a quick clip of Will Levis showing his ability to complete a deep out from this side of this hash to the other side of the field. It's going to be it's 1st and 10, and this is the game against Penn State where Sean Clifford got benched. I think they got down 17-3 against Nebraska, and Will Levis came in and almost led them back to a win. So plenty of big game experience and able to kind of help lead his team back to almost get a win, but at least get them back to being competitive. But this is just a good example of his ability to throw out here and kind of what the zone read can do, because Will Levis is a good running quarterback in his own right. So this kind of helps helps the pass game. Look how much space is out here too. So he should be able to complete this, and does, which is what all Kentucky fans are asking for their quarterback. So let's go ahead and watch this play. Good ball. Shows his ability to make and complete those type of passes. So here's a great example of Will Levis showing his ability with his legs, his athleticism to evade pressure. We're going to see this right defensive end just dominate the offensive lineman right here and get to Levis. But he's doing what quarterbacks are taught to do, which is spin out towards his backside, gets his eyes downfield, delivers a great ball. It's a huge completion for Penn State and gets him. I don't even know if they scored in this play, but that gets him down, within the 201 yard line. I think the tight end actually gets caught. But again, just a good example that he is able to get out, evade pressure, eyes downfield, and can push the ball downfield. It's a good demonstration of his ability as a thrower and the arm strength he possesses. So this is a nice sight to see for a Kentucky fan, seeing the quarterback push the ball downfield, but also being able to escape this pressure. So let's go ahead and watch this play. See that the defensive fan smokes him. Boom, spins out, eyes downfield. Good ball. That's a good throw. The tight end, of course, gets tackled pretty quickly before the end zone, but good play by Levis. So with the Kentucky spring football just getting underway and just kind of getting started, I'm going to reference an article from SaturdayDownSouth.com. I referenced this website a few days ago in talking about the Arkansas quarterback piece that we put out, which you can find. But the author is Michael Wayne Bratton, and they do a good job. So anyone that is into SEC football, you can find all SEC football type of information at Saturday Down South. I just want to give them credit because we're using their article. But so something to keep in mind when talking about the quarterback competition at Kentucky is Will Levis, who is one of the favorites to win the job, isn't even on campus yet for spring football, as we see here in the article. So competition is going on, and this is an interview with the new OC at Kentucky, Cohen here. So just hired recently a Kentucky offensive coordinator. And so if we scroll down the article, we can see kind of a little bit of Will's skill set here. Big, strong kid, can really throw the football. It's one of those things he can throw the football, and the one thing he can also do is this run. He has some ability to do that at Penn State. So I think it's interesting that, one, he's not there yet, but two, he's already thought of very highly and will come in and compete right off the bat. A good article here. Sounds like the QB race is about where you would expect after just one day in Cohen's new offense. So again, Michael Wayne Broughton, if you want to check his stuff out at Saturday Down South, and just an article to reference the quarterback competition at Kentucky right now. So again, very limited clips we can actually break down, but I just wanted to give a decent idea of what Gatewood and Levis bring to the table. Levis has a lot more experience, but still not a ton of experience, and then Gatewood just has that minimal experience, but at least he has some real-life competition as well. And you can see both of them are big guys. Gatewood hasn't had much of a chance to present himself as a passer just because of the limited playing time, so we're looking to see how he develops in the system, but he's a very good runner, as we saw. And we saw Levis can run as well as push the ball downfield when need be, and he's playing some pretty big-time games and some big situations for Penn State. So those are the two guys that have film. Again, Beau Allen I'm excited for as well. Just got to think he's a talented guy that can raise his ceiling because of this offensive system coming in, which Kentucky fans should be excited about. And then, of course, that article I want to reference just because it had some quotes and some stuff that we kind of built the video around. So again, that's the Kentucky quarterback room, the Kentucky quarterback competition. We'll keep in touch with everything. We'll if any news breaks or if any we get more film, whatever we can break down, we'll definitely do that. But if you like any quarterback content, any quarterback related content, whether film breakdowns, interviews, kind of how we train quarterbacks, how we screen them, how we assess them, and how we use what we do in the weight room to help transfer their abilities on the field. So pretty much the whole spectrum of quarterbacks is kind of what we do here in this channel. So if you like that stuff, please consider subscribing. Give us a comment below if you like this video, have any suggestions. Like the video if you like it. If you don't like it, maybe hold off not liking it. And again, any comments are great. Any suggestions are great. We're trying to grow the channel and help this kind of reach as many people as possible with some good quality quarterback content. So we'll continue to get better, and we'll see you next time.